Hey coin collectors, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. And today we're going to take a look at the 1974 Canada year set, and you can see that there's a bunch of them here. In fact, we can count them: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, there shouldn't be 8 if there's only one of each denomination, but it turns out there's actually more than 8, but it's kind of a funny reason why there's more than 8. So let's start looking through them and kind of work our way through. So we'll start with this one here on top, which of course is the dime. And the reason we did the dime first was because it was the smallest, or it is the smallest. And the dime or 10-cent coin, in the United States we call it a dime. Some places in Canada they call it a dime. Many places they call it a 10-cent coin. It has Elizabeth II, Queen of England, on the front. And of course, Canada is its own country, but it's still part of the United Kingdom, the Commonwealth of countries. It says D.G. Regina, by the grace of God, Queen. And you see that Queen Elizabeth is wearing a crown, actually a tiara. The Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. And this is an Arnold Machin, the second portrait of Queen Elizabeth when she was 39 years old. And every one of these coins is going to have the same thing on the front because that's how they do it. We tip it up on its edge and it looks kind of silverish, but it's not really. It's nickel. By 1974, Canada had stopped making the silver dimes, and this is a nickel dime that is very shiny and nice. Why does it look so shiny and nice? Well, it came from a brilliant uncirculated mint set. In 1974, Canada made 213,500 brilliant uncirculated mint sets. And so this coin is probably worth, I don't know, maybe $1, maybe a little bit more. And you see it has a little bit of separation there. I don't think it's going to get us much money out of it. The back is the blue nose schooner, and this is the engraver's initials here, and it's Emmanuel Otto Hahn. Sometimes you see an O and an H. In this case, he just put an H, and this is the famous Canadian racing schooner. Next up is the penny, and again, call it a penny, but in Canada it's a 1-cent coin. Same thing on the front, Elizabeth II on the front. This is not a zinc, copper-covered zinc coin. This is a bronze coin, so it is copper and a few other elements. It says 1 cent at the top. Of course, there's the maple leaf, 1974. George Kruger Gray is the KG here, and there's the Canada on there. And they made in 1974 692 million of these pennies. This one's probably worth about $1 also, but there's plenty of them out there, so don't think you're going to get rich on the Canadian pennies unless you get some kind of error version from 1974. Next up is the quarter, and the nickel. Next up is the nickel, and again it's a KG, so it's the same as on the penny. It's a George Kruger Gray, and it says 5 cents on the top. It doesn't say nickel. Well, what's it made out of? Because the American nickel is mostly made out of copper. Well, the Canadian nickel is made out of nickel. And there's the KG, Canada, 1974. And if we look at it, that is a beaver chewing a log in a river. And the name, the binomial or the scientific name of the beaver is Castor canadensis. So it actually has the name, the word Canada in its scientific name. Now I think we've got a quarter. And of course, on the back of the quarter, we have the Caribou, 1974. And we see something else down here. And that looks an awful lot like another H. And so that indeed it is. It's Emmanuel Otto Hahn's H right down here. And this 25-cent piece is worth, of course, a quarter of a Canadian dollar. And in 1974, they made 192 million of these. This, again, in this condition, is probably worth about $1. Next up is a 50-cent coin. They don't have any half dollars in Canada. They don't have the JFK half. They have the Canada 50-cent coin. We see it says Canada 1974, separated by a crown. We have the French flag. We have the British flag here. We have the Canada seal down here, the maple leaves. We have the Irish harp. We have again the fleur-de-lis. We have the Scottish standing lion and the English sleeping lion. And in 1974, these of course are made of nickel also. And in 1974, they made 3.5 million of these. And there's a couple different versions. This is the one that might have the errors on it, and it's right down here where they might have forgot to put something in there. You see way down in there, there's a T and an S, and that's for Thomas Shingles, who was the engraver of this coin. All right, here's the big one. And how big is it? Well, here's the quarter. And a quarter is about the same size as an American quarter. And here's this, and this is just this big, heavy thing. And guess what it is? It's the dollar coin. And in 1974, the dollar was a commemorative dollar, and it was the Winnipeg dollar, Winnipeg's 100th birthday. And up here we see that there is a B for Patrick Brindley, way up there. And down here there's a P and a P for Paul Pedersen. And you can see the old Canada Winnipeg, new Winnipeg here with the sky rise. And then finally, they made about five $5 coins, but these are not regular $5 coins. They are commemorative because in 76 they were going to have the Olympics, so they started putting out commemorative $5 coins, and they made 4 or 5 of them. These are 92.5% silver, and they are worth $16 to $18. All right, that's all we have from DC Coin World International Coin Channel.